I would like to welcome you all and thank you for attending in this session. This session is related to AI and diabetes engineering full stack intelligence system. My name is Aviskar Bhatt, and I have been working as a developer for more than 15 years for various global companies, and I have worked with various full stack development system. And this our today topics is more focused on how we can develop uh, AI based application. So that will be our main topics for discussion. And second thing is in our this topics, I'm taking diabetes as one of the use case. This is just an example as a use case I will be using for this session. Uh, Before I start my session, I would like to ask you a questions. How many of you are here working as a full stack developer, as a developer, front-end developer, a back-end developer? Okay, and how many of you are here entrepreneur developing the application? Okay, so this session is not only limited to diabetes and AI, but this session is more related to all aspects of full stack development that covers front end development, back end development, and AI based development. And also, if you are entrepreneur and working on the application, then how I can integrate AI in my applications. So that will be the topics of discussion for this uh, session. So I would like to move forward. Uh, now we are in 2025, right? In 2025, and for more than 2 to 3 years, AI has been in the hype. In 2025, you can see there are lots of AI based applications that has been developed, and there are many applications available in the marketplace where AI based applications are developing, and we have the trends. And so how can we develop this kind of full stack based application? So so that will be our agenda. And so what we will be doing is that we'll be focusing on problem statement and full stack system architecture, and how we can develop data and ML pipeline and take stack breakdown. And we'll be discussing the real world use cases and how WordPress can fit in this ecosystem. So how can we leverage WordPress for developing the full stack based applications? So that will be discuss how we can integrate WordPress in this ecosystem. And the last we will be talking about the lesson and takeaways. So that will be our agenda. And and the main thing is that in my session I'm taking the use case of diabetes, but everyone has the different domain expertise, right? Some are working on agrotech, and some are working on education sector, and some are working on health sector, and some are working on travel sector. So there are different use cases, different businesses, right? So the problem, I'm taking the example of diabetes, the problem of health sector, but in the domain that you are currently working right now, there are lots of problems that need to be solved. If you are working on uh, health sector, education sector, then first you analyze what are the problems that we are facing right now in my industry. If you are working on education sector, then there are also lots of problems that we can solve through the use of AI. So what? So the perception that we need to think is that there are lots of problems in the domain that we are working right now, and we can integrate AI to solve those problems in our particular domains. So the thought process that we need to shift in 2025 is how we can leverage AI to solve the business problems that we have in our business domain. So that's the thought process we need to rethink in 2025, because the 2025, 26, 27 will be the time of AI. There will be lots of AI based applications will be developed, lots of AI agents that are going to be developed, and you can see the marketplace all flooded with AI based applications. So the main thing is that we need to identify the problems that we are going to solve through 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 the use of AI and AI agent in our business domain. So that's the first thing we need to identify. In my topics, I have added diabetes as one of the problem. So the problem can be different for your domain. For the health sector, I have added one example of diabetes as the problem, but the domain may have different set of problems which you need to identify. What is the major problems in your domain that we can use AI to solve that problem? That's the first thing you need to identify. You can see here, in my case, there is the rise of diabetes patient globally. That's the one problem. For different domains, there are lots of problems, right? For the education sector also, there are lots of problems. So first thing is we need to identify the problems and see the trends of the problem. What will be the problem look like in 2030, 2035? So if you can analyze those problems and see how big the problem is, then we can rethink how we can solve those problems leveraging the use of AI agents. So that's the mindset we need to change. We need to think in that way. This is the problem of diabetes. Now, suppose we identify the problem in our domain. Now the next thing is how we are going to solve those problems and use technology to solve those problems through the use of AI. So this is a high level system overview I have added here. You can see there will be that pipeline of data. That will be the data, and I have added RAG and vector search pipeline for recommendation. So there's that RAG and vector search pipeline is the knowledge base knowledge that we need to implement in our application, because we need to make our application more intelligence. So the intelligence is achieved through RAG and through vector search pipeline. And also we need to implement agentic prompt chaining. We need to integrate the prompt engineering in our application. And also we need the ML pipeline for, in my case, if it is a case of diabetes, there can be the use case of what will use case of predictions. In your business domain, there can be different use cases, like there can be recommendations, questions answering. So that will be the use case of your business. In my case, I have added the prediction that pipeline provides. Here is the high level diagram, take diagram. In the diagram, you can see there, this is a data flow diagram. How if you are going to design full stack AI system, then this is the high level diagram that you can use on developing the AI based application. You can see here, there is React and React Native, that is the front end, and you can see their fast API, that is the backend API, and you can see their run diabetes agent. So that will be the agent that will be running, and we have Hugging Face as a transformer, and we have Face database for storing the index, And also we have Python and machine learning pipeline. So this is the high level of tech diagram we'll be using when we are going to develop full stack AI based application. You can see here, uh, this is one of the use case of diabetes. Suppose if you are going to solve one of the problem of diabetes, which is predicting the sugar level of diabetes patient. So this will be the technical side of implementation. There you can see we have the text file here, and we are splitting that text file into different songs, and we are breaking that songs into Hugging text embedding. This is the numerical data. This is the numerical data, and we are storing those Hugging text storing in the face database index. So, so that is the implementation of how we are going to store the data, and how we are going to convert that text data into songs, and how we are going to convert that songs data into numerical data, and how we are going to store that numerical data into phase index. So that is the high level diagram. So you can see here is a you can see here there is a user query. If the user is asking the symptoms and the symptoms of diabetes, so that is the question that goes from the front end, maybe the mobile app, or also from the web. Then we can use those Hugging text in the embedding to answer the questions that is asked by the user, leveraging Hugging text transformer and LLM. So this is the high level diagram for the implementation part of ML pipeline. If you are going to use an existing ML model, integrating openly available Hugging Face models, and if you are leveraging large language model. Here is the real world use cases. Suppose if patient log milk, then at a time we can implement the diagram that I have shown before. If the patient log meals, then ML will predict the risks of the sugar, and LLM provide the suggestion. So if your use case is same like this is the use case of diabetes. In your use case might be different, right? So if your use case is different also, on the implementation side, it will be the same. The difference is only the data. So data is only the difference that we have. Other side of implementation will be same. Like if this is the example of health sector data, in your case, this can be education data, travel data. What we do is that we split data into songs and convert that songs into numerical data using the embeddings provided by Hugging Face Transformer. And we store that numerical data into Face database. So that's the implementation side. If you are going to implement prompt engineering, and if you are going to develop AI-based agents for integrating in your application. Now the next topic of discussion is how we can leverage WordPress for integrating in those AI-based application. How WordPress can provide can be valuable if you are integrating AI-based application for different business domains. Like WordPress has a very good use case. Like WordPress can be used for education side. If you are going to develop educational portal for, in my case, in this example, diabetes, then you can develop educational portal for uh, diabetes, and provide their agents where users can interact with agents. That's the case of health sector. If it's travel sector, then you can implement a travel based educational portal. and you can integrate AI agents to interact with the travel-related queries. So there can be different use cases where we can integrate AI-based agents, and also we can use WordPress as a widgets to implement to integrate with the REST API. For example, we develop the REST API to answer the questions that is asked by the user. That means we have developed AI which is on the front end side. We'll be develop the backend API using Java, Python, Hugging Face Transformer, and Fast API. So we have the backend API, right? So what we can do is that we can integrate widgets on the front end side so that we can fetch the data that is provided by API and show that the results on our WordPress site. So that can be one of the use cases we can use for the case of WordPress. And also, what we can do is that is providing education portal is one of the use case, and another thing is that we can also create content using the AI agent so that we can use those content to publish on our education sites. So, so that can be also another use case how we can leverage WordPress to integrate with AI agents. Now, so I'm in the lessons and takeaways. So what is the takeaway from this? My presentation is that if you are a front-end developer, then you can implement front-end development. You can implement front-end UI based on the AI agents concept. You implement front-end UI, so where the users can interact with AI agents and display the results on the front-end side, taking the data provided by AI agents. So if you are front-end developer also, you can leverage this AI-based agent API to display the data. And also, we have been seeing that AI-based agents everywhere, right? But AI-based agents system actually works when we are trying to solve the real problem. If you are solving the real problem and if you have the real data, then AI-based agent actually works. It will be very helpful. It will be very helpful applications. But the condition applied is we need to have the data and we need to have a backend where we can take those data and train our model and also customize LLM with our custom data. Third thing is that WordPress is so powerful that it has a right use case where we can leverage WordPress as a education host, content provider, API, and APIs and AI widgets. So we can use WordPress for this scenario. So this is the perfect scenario where if I need an educational portal, if I need a educational portal, then WordPress developing that educational portal from the WordPress will be very easy. It provides value to the user. So if you are a WordPress developer, then for AI agents and AI-based applications, you can leverage the power of WordPress. And also, if you are developing the application, then from front end, back end, end-to-end development, we need a full stack flow and a full stack. If we are developing the full stack from front end, back end, then we can create end-to-end solution for every domains. And this is the last section of my presentation. And if you have any questions, ideas, or collaboration, you can connect me in the LinkedIn. And if you have any further questions, we can discuss after this session as well. And also thank you for your patience and listening my uh, uh, content related to full stack AI development. Thank you.